Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. I am Anahil Limorjawali. I am a student of Rehan School Kharengi campus. So today we have very special guest. Our special guest name is Mr. Nathan. Today we will talk about digital nomad. So we welcome our guest and learn something new with him. So welcome Mr. Nathan. How are you?
I'm doing well. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. So before moving on questions, can you please introduce yourself for my viewers?
Hello, I'm Nathan Raymond, and I'm from New York, but I'm living in Japan. And I create the Japan Exchange to invite people to Japan and created a digital nomad boot camp so we could connect you to Japanese companies and then come with me to New York and other countries so we can start startup incubators in the world.
That's great. Thank you so much, sir, for your introduction. Now let's move on to questions. My
Okay.
first question is on your screen. Can you tell me about your journey in Japan and how it led you to create your online exchange program?
So when I lived in New York, I had Japanese exchange students come to my community. And at the time, this exchange program between universities. But I was younger, but I really wanted to get involved. So they say, well, what can I do? And they need host families. So I asked, oh, can Japanese students stay at our house? And they did, and it was very good. And then in the summer, I wanted to go to Japan. And when I went there, the students who stayed with me, they let me stay with them. And when you go to Japan, if you stay at a house, it's very different than if you stay at a hotel, because at a hotel they just treat you like a customer because you pay the money. But actually, instead of paying the money, this exchange of staying at our houses is a new type of money. It's trade. So we deal with this type of not using money, because yeah, that's I know I'm speaking a lot, but the cryptocurrency, we're getting into this type of new currencies. Yeah.
All right, sir, that's an amazing answer. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer, and thank you so much for sharing your journey. Now
Yeah.
let's move on to next question. My next question is, what inspired you to become a digital nomad, and what drew you to Japan as your destination?
So the first time when I hosted the students and then I went to Japan, I didn't know it at the time, but it's preparing me because when I first went to Japan, the first time was 10 days. The next time was 3 weeks. But then when I was 18, I could get a scholarship for 1 year to live as exchange student. And so for me to learn Japanese, it took like 5 months of living with family and go to school. And, if I didn't go for 5 months, then I couldn't learn Japanese because uh, there's no Japanese schools. Yeah. So as someone from United States, I was able to go to Japan to teach English. So teaching English, kind of like digital nomad, but like I think a lot of Americans, we just go to Japan, teach English, but even if we teach, Japanese aren't learning English. Like if you come to Japan, they don't speak English. But since you have that experience of you didn't speak English, but you talked to people and you could speak English, so this is the kind of digital nomad we need to create. So I create this kind of thing to show you. Sorry. Your digital nomad is really you. Sorry. There's you and your curiosities. And based on your curiosities, you either create a code or content. Okay. Now, don't worry about the code, because we have no code platforms. Coders, they think they're so good. But we're create online content. So your YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, right? Then based on that, you become either entrepreneur or employee. Okay. So, but then we create a product. So my digital nomad tour bootcamp, first you experience, but then it becomes the product you're selling. So when you come here, you take video, then you show the video to people and your experience, and then they're learning from your experience, but to really learn, they have to experience it themselves. And then our distribution is our network, and this is what turns into money. So it's like a system of, this is education. And okay, sorry. Last thing I'll say. There's the 4 jobs I put together is, one is to be a student, then is to be an English conversation partner, then is to be a connector, like introducer, networker, and last is to be a travel writer. So when I was in Japan, I worked as a travel writer. Okay, if I travel, it costs money. But if I'm a travel writer, they pay for my travel and they pay me a salary, because based on my travel, I create articles, share them, and that attracts more travelers. So if you travel to Japan, you can pay, but it's possible that you traveling can make more money for other people than the money we'll make if you pay for your ticket. So that's why I have to organize this system. Sorry. Oh, can you hear me? Cut out the internet. There's a delay, but that's okay. In the meantime, I will say that we go to Japan today. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, sometimes the internet cuts out. I've noticed in Pakistan. So if the internet cuts out, but I'm the one that's speaking. There you are. Hey.
You hear me?
Yes, yes.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. Now let's move on to next question.
Yes.
My next question is: can you share some insight into your typical day as a digital nomad in living in Japan?
So from the boot camp experience is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And 10 a.m. we gather in my location, because I live around so many Japanese families, and these families, they will be a host family. So at 10 a.m., all the students and their host families, we gather, and we are walking or exercising or take a bus or take a bicycle, depending what you want to do, and just travel a little bit to this big park. And at this big park, it's going to be a walking tour of these different Japanese locations where you will learn about Japanese clothes making, Japanese, so like these dolls, like all these Japanese cultural, things you are going to learn. and Japanese people, they will use English teaching you, and we'll be making a video of your experience. And this is what we're going to use to put on your channel. And so when you share your channel, it's going to eventually be the thing that you are showing to people. And through your channel, you're an independent content creator, your own business. So you're not asking anyone for a job, but this will lead you to eventually travel to other countries with the skills and the value that you developed in Japan. And you'll be an ambassador of Japan, because Japan has many companies, many technologies. And so the way that Japan, okay, why does Japan have so many companies? Because they had a samurai era. So the samurai, the ninja, these are all elements that you were going to learn about. What is a ninja? Well, a ninja is not what you think. A ninja just is spreading information. And a samurai, well, samurai have to do with, people who are in a group, okay? And they're warriors, but, a samurai and a ninja, they're different. So sometimes you have to be a samurai, sometimes you have to be a ninja. And this is kind of like the art of war, but the war is not a real violence, The war is against ignorance, because the human is the highest technology. And the way that the human can get advanced is if the human understand that we have like left brain and right brain. And so that's why me from America, America is a right brain society. That's why we have Hollywood. That's why we have TV shows. And, but Japan is a left brain society, and they are like systems engineer. So we have to balance the opposites, the systems, and, being the right-brained Hollywood actor. So these podcasts, if I'm on the podcast and I'm like, hello, how are you? I'm a robot. It's no fun to watch. But if we can do things like someone who does that is an actor, so I'll show you what I like to do. I love to freestyle, right? I love to freestyle. So here, let me show you what kind of, here we go. Yo, I think I know this flow, how we go. Know that you can know that's I'm gonna be. Yes, in society, it's me. So Nate Dogg, yes, it is my name, no shame. Now I got a lot of game, but I play that game, yes, because I'm like a professional. Now it's like virtual reality with me, yes, you're gonna see. Nate Dogg, yes, now you know how we can be. But yes, I'm raking, Nate Dogg, like I'm creating. Ha ha ha. Anyway. So I know I was doing this interview with things. But now my person who was doing the interview, they cut out and they're telling me, so I guess I should leave the studio. So I just think this is interesting. I was talking about how this rapping is part of my right brain America side. But if I'm a Japan, right? Okay. Oh, now you're talking to me. Okay. So Japan is known for its unique cultural. Okay, answer the question. Sure. Japan is known for its unique cultural and traditions. How has immersing yourself in Japanese culture enriched your digital nomad culture? Yes, like I'm saying. So naturally, me with the America side, I love rapping, I love performing, okay? But the Japanese side of me created a system. So this system we call a DAO. Now, look, a DAO is not everybody. A DAO stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. Now, it's the difference between, it's like a game, right? Something that's automated. And that's what we're missing is this automation. So just like I told somebody before, the way we automate cooking, okay, you have to automate the heat. The heat is automated, and over the heat, now you can cook. With my rapping, we automate the beat, and with the beat, now I can rap. But with our thing, we're automating our schedules. And so it's a simpler way for you to basically work where you don't have to do everything by yourself. So, and just being an ambassador of Japan is enough. And we're not saying like, look, only be part of Japan, but Japan wants to be your partner. That's the thing. Japan is a great country. And if Japan pays money to do a promotion telling the world that Japan is a great country, well, it doesn't come off genuine. But me being someone who's not Japanese and is saying Japan is a great country, this is authentic, right? So you need people from other countries to come to your country to talk about how they benefited from your country. So when I go to Pakistan, I'm going to talk about how I benefit Pakistan, and that's why I want to go there. So yeah. And yeah, I will wait for the next question. You can write more questions. Yeah, Japan is a good country. And I can tell you so much more. Have you encountered any unexpected opportunities or serendipitous experiences during your time as a digital nomad in Japan? Oh, yes. But the fact that I've been here so long, it's so different because I had so many times like, oh God, I mean, the whole thing was serendipitous. Even when I was 14, coming for 10 days, and 16, coming for 3 weeks, and then that way that I found the scholarship to come for a year. And then after I went back to America, I went to university. I studied international relations, and I taught English, tutored English. But then after I graduated, then I could come to Japan and teach English. And we did this on the JET program. So I think a lot of English speakers like me from Western countries like America, United Kingdom, well, not England, Scotland, Australia, they're coming to Japan to teach English. But the fact that Japanese people don't speak English, I'm not content to just keep a broken system going. And Rihan School is an element that could actually fix Japan, because now people will be learning English finally. And you have that experience where you didn't speak English, but now you speak English. You are a teacher. You can help Japan. Manahil, is that your name? Manahil. I have to remember your name. Yeah, Manahil, remote job Wali. You can be successful coming to Japan. That's why I'm here. I have to tell you about Japan. I have to be the one on the Japan side to organize so that you and others can come, because you have a bright future. I mean, oh God, you see that it's about accelerate your life. I'm happy to be in Japan, but I had to be here so long, go through so much to be at a point now where I can accelerate your life. I mean, for me to be to here, I had to get married to a Japanese woman. I have 3 kids, and I'm very happy about that, of course. But it doesn't have to be that for everybody. So, you can come to Japan, just get the good part, and travel other countries. We can elevate to other things. You don't have to get married to a Japanese like I did. So, but I had to get married to a Japanese. I'm very happy I did.
I'm very happy.
But, I'm just saying,
But
the life you live, it can be like kind of like sacrifice, right? You use your life to do something so the next generation coming, they don't have to go through the same struggle, and so yeah, that is something.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. Sorry
Yeah.
for the interruption.
No
Now
problem.
let's move on to the
No
next
problem.
question. How do you navigate practical aspects such as accommodation, transportation, or internet access while moving around Japan as a digital nomad?
So Japan has the best
transportation system.
There's an echo.
There's an echo. You can lower the volume here.
But the genius thing that I do here, as I said, is that we are changing the world from the dynamic of business, where business is selling and says, like, okay, if I'm a business and I sell something, I say, hey, I'm a pizza place. Do you want pizza? Your answer is either yes, I want pizza, or no, I don't want pizza. But that's how marketing is done. But we change that dynamic of that yes or no because we're in the community. So when you come to my community, there are the locals, the people in my area. There are people in my area who, they're not business, but they're lonely. I mean, it's not that they're lonely, but it's like they're incomplete because, see, that's the thing about our countries. When you are in your country, everybody in your country is like you, right? But we need people from different countries. So, you need right now, right? When I talk with you, I am connecting Japan to another country, Pakistan. See, this is the thing that, I mean, all these world leaders, when they go to the UN, it's not just that they go there, but they're actually creating reality. But we need to stop the leaders create reality for us. We are the society. We are the power. You are the youth. You are the youth of this world. So we need to create reality. So just like when the parent has the child, and for a long time we are the child, but now we gonna be the parent. So we reverse our role in the society to become the leader. Yeah, you are a leader. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the fantastic answer.
Yeah.
So now let's move on to next question. My next question is, looking ahead, what are your plans and aspirations as a digital nomad? And do they involve staying in Japan or exploring new destinations?
Yeah, so okay, this is the deal. You are a personal brand, you have a YouTube channel, your goal is to be in every country, okay? But that is a big goal. And how do you go to every country? That is why I say the first country you come to is Japan. And in this way, you come to Japan and we get the companies to raise the money so that you're coming here right? Then this is the first step. Well, actually, for me, okay, so yes, you come to Japan, and I hope you and others coming with me to New York. So we go from Japan to New York, and it is possible that afterwards we go to India, because Japan, India, and America, they make up this. Okay, well, India has the largest population, and so many of this population, they have coders. So coders and content creators, as I showed you before, right? It is this, thing about where we create startups. It's you, your curiosities, and content creator and coders. So many of these coders do come from India. And, but I'm telling India people, look, if you're from India, get out of India. Don't stay in India if you're Indian, but work with me to connect you to international people. So I need to wake the people of America, Japan, and India up. I just think they're sleeping. And I think Pakistan can help me do that.
Yeah, we can help.
Yeah, you can help. Because it's about being hungry.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time, and thank you so much, sir, for understanding my situation.
Yes.
So I learned a lot of things from you before the interview and during interview. Thank you so much, sir, for giving me your precious time.
Thank you. See,
Thank you. The reason why.
Right.
The reason why I'm.
Is it okay? The echo. I'm just saying. The reason why I'm able to deal with it's okay if it goes out or rapping is because in America, in New York, Broadway, we have acting and theater, and I used to do acting and theater, so I'm improvising. It's okay if something happened, it's okay. This is the way when we travel. When you travel, not everything's gonna go well. You drive a car, the tire goes flat. What are you gonna do? You always gotta be prepared. So I'm always prepared.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer.
Well,
and thank you so much, sir, for
we
will
learn to be prepared.
We will learn to be prepared. That's what we do.
Yeah, you are right.
Okay.
Thank you, Mana Hill. So good
Thank you, Mana Hill. So good to talk to you.
Bye. Have a wonderful day.